are in the lobby here at Universal Hilton, and we have found the one, the only, Ty from Survivor, season 33 and 34?
No, 32 and 34.
This is what I do with the most recent seasons. I seem to forget, podcast for a year, you forget the seasons. Ty, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm great, having fun. My God, it's like season seems to really slow, but suddenly it's really fast at the same time. My God, it's great. I can't believe it's going to be over tomorrow.
Now, of course, you can't tell us what's going to happen tomorrow.
No.
Please don't. We don't want to know. But I mean...
My mom doesn't know. My mom fly all the way from San Francisco. She doesn't know when I'm in the final.
So you're one of the ones that really keeps it secret? You will not even a little whisper?
Yeah, that's the fun part. You
got to keep it secret.
CBS going to sue me for $10 million.
Yeah, CBS?
But
Secret. Yeah. But congratulations, 2 seasons in a row, obviously, you've made it to the end. And I think we were working this out in the show last week that there's only a few people who have made it to the end, the finale, only on back-to-back ones. So it's a great record. Did you think that you could have made it to the end on this season the way you have made it to the end?
No, I mean, look at all the legend. My God, when I was asked to be on on this season All-Star, I said, really? Am I All-Star? So it was such a surprise, and even before last season was ended. So, no, I say this is a big season. I'm so scared to be in it. I'm just gonna have fun and I'm gonna hang with all the big boys and see what happens. I was so surprised.
Who was the one person that you were most excited to meet when you saw everybody playing with you out there? Was it someone like Sandra, Tony, or was it somebody else that you were really excited to be able to see?
I really like Ozzy.
Ozzy, all right,
Suri, this are legend. Tony and Sandra kind of scare me.
Scare you.
That's a villain. I want to hang out with a hero.
One thing too, which is amazing, that you, I think, now hold the record for second most idols ever found in Survivor, behind only Russell Hantz.
Oh my God!
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
So you need to play one of these darn idols already, Ty. Then go and find another one, and then I think you will tie Russell Hantz in terms of the most idols ever found in Survivor.
It might happen tonight.
You never know. And the obvious question, which you've probably been asked about 7,000 times, would you play for a third time?
Not anytime soon. It take a toll on me.
Take a little bit of a break.
Plus, I have a real job. I haven't gone. The tree needs to be worked on.
Yep.
No, not anytime soon.
Well, when you win this $1 million tomorrow night, Ty, when you win this $2 million, then you won't need to work. Come on.
Are you kidding me? In San Francisco? Oh my God! Even if you win $1 million, you still have to work.
Come to Australia. We'll hook you up.
Oh my God, that's my dream to come to Australia. I would love to go there sometime.
Formally invite you on behalf of my country. I don't think I have that power, but I'm doing it anyway. So Malcolm Turnbull, our Prime Minister, I've just invited him to Australia. See, Australia.
I'm following your podcast and I'm getting your number.
Yes.
And when I go, I'll definitely sometime near the future.
Absolutely. And we will get you on for a full interview after this season's done. You've relaxed a little bit, I
know.
Calm down from the Survivor world.
After my big vacation, on $1 million vacation.
Exactly. He's got to spend his $1 million, people. Ty, thank you for joining us, and we will chat more to you at some point in the future.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for Australia for being such a fan. I heard you have your own Survivor. That's amazing. Yes. I can't wait to see it.
I like the background. It's very jungly.
It is, isn't it? It's like we've just made our way to Survivor. Speaking of Survivor, it's Troy Zan Robinson from Survivor One World and current season Survivor Game Shows. Thank you for joining us here.
No worries there, mate.
We get to do this in person. This is I don't even know how many times I've had you on the show. I've lost count.
What, 5, 6? I don't know. Who knows?
So you're part of the furniture.
Well, yeah, it's like I feel like I'm from Tasmania.
Yeah, you are. But first of all, congratulations on making it to the final episode.
Thank you very much.
I'm just going to say this to everybody who makes it to the final episode because we don't know the result. Congratulations on winning. Fantastic result.
I'm so rich.
Well, you are. Why are you in this hotel? Shouldn't you be in a big one?
Trump Tower?
I'm just going to say it to everyone in the final 6 because I'll get it right for one of them. So, but seriously, for you, I know a large portion of when we would have you on the show, we would always say, when are you coming back? Because you were always so close, second chances. What was it like when you finally got that call to be like, okay, this is 100% legit now, you are going back to play a second time?
I got the 4th call, and it was like, part of me was like, oh, here we go, you gotta dangle the carrot in front of my face again. And they did kind of say, like, listen, we want you back, but there is kind of a catch that you're really one of the first guys on the producer's list.
Right.
So when they said you're like the first guy that, or one of the first guys, I'm like, okay, I have a really pretty good chance. Maybe I'll just keep the fingers crossed. But you still got to go through the process of finals and go through that whole thing. It's like, so part of me was like, just please, like this has got to be the season. And then when I kind of found out like what it was going to be, I'm like, of all the 3 times before, the fans versus favorites, blood versus water, and the second chances, this is the one I would have played hands down.
You would take it.
Just because I saw the caliber of players, I'm like,
well, it's
Tony's playing. I'm like, Sandra.
Well, we've discussed that so much on the show this season, just that terminology, game changes, and we've tried to find arguments for each people. And like, I mean, look, I legitimately would find an easy argument for you just with how you played at One World. There are some I might struggle with, but we won't get into that right now.
Right.
But I mean, that's obviously an honour in itself to kind of have that title.
I mean, I honestly was thrown off by the name Game Changers because I only feel like there's like maybe 5 or 6 true game people that changed the game of Survivor. So I think what they maybe should have said is like, this is Survivor, the game has changed. Because then
clever.
It would make sense, and that's really kind of what happened. The game out there did change a lot. The amount of advantages that were thrown at us, the idols, and how we were, and the flips, and just the amount of things that were happening. We were like, we didn't know what was going to happen from day to day. So I feel like it was the game changed. Are we all game changers? I don't think we changed the game, but we were willing to change the way our game was being played. I was willing to go, listen, you can't beat me. This is my island. Take it on, and basically intimidating like that. So it's one of those like, I was willing to do that. Took a chance. That's rolling the dice because you got to win out. But hey, it was my only chance, so that's probably why I got picked.
This is just, as I said, out of body. I get to see this in person. I get to hear him say, "This is my island." Like this is like if you're a Michael Jackson fan and you're sitting next to him.
This is my video.
Yeah, I'll get you to close it off. I like that actually. But I mean, I guess to make it this far as well in the game. I mean, again, all jokes aside, we're a day away from the final episode.
Right.
You're in the final 6,
right?
And that's obviously the goal is to make it as far as you can. But as I kind of heard you talking a little bit before, you've got to get to day 39 before it's really achieving. I mean, I know you can't really give us away the result, and I don't want you to, but can I just at least ask you, were you satisfied at the end of the day with your performance on Survivor Game Changers?
When it was all said and done, and I should say like kind of my last thoughts about Survivor and the last probably words that I spoke to myself, and it was kind of like, I'm like, you know what? This is really who I am as a person. It's like I'm really was true to myself, and maybe that's good to a fault, maybe it's not, but it's like I felt like I was true to who you guys, what you saw is what you got.
Well, that's what we want. And the sad thing is, we have hardly seen you as well. Can I just say that is the sad thing, that your edit has been shit.
Yeah, it's been, it's like one of those things. What do you can only play, and then it's up to the powers that be, the way they edit they want to. It's like 45 minutes or maybe less every week of a ton of footage. They got to, there's a lot of returners that have, big names, and it's like, who knows? Maybe it's the third time thing for me. It's like,
well, look, it took you this long to get on a second time. That hopefully the third time won't be this, much waiting.
The amount of people that really want to play just their first time is huge. To play a second time, if you would have told me, when I first started watching this 17 years ago, that okay, Troy's and you're going to play 2 times, and then you're going to play like on a kind of an all-star game-changing season. I'm like, you're crazy. So I'll take that any day.
Wow.
Even if I would have just made it to day 1 and said, okay, I'm good. At least I played.
See ya. Until you're on that beach and you believe, I'm actually here this time.
Yeah, 20 years from now, I'll be like, oh my God, I played that crazy game Survivor twice.
Yeah. The grandkids, you're like, let me tell Granddad Troy Dan a story here, guys. Like, this is it. I'm so glad that we could do this in person. I am so looking forward to seeing how it all goes. Fingers and toes crossed. I've been a huge advocate for you this entire season. Every time we've had somebody on the show, I'm like, I'm a huge Troyzan fan.
This guy's a good guy, this thing.
Thank you. At least one person thinks so. But we will get you back on the show for a full interview at some point. Once we know that you've won the show, and we'll talk to the next winner of Survivor Troy. Thank you. I've discovered somebody that you might recognise. the greatest player never to have won Survivor, Mr. Rob Sessanino,
Oh,
season
Ben,
6,
thank
season
you.
8. I gotta
Hey,
say.
where
it.
am I looking? I look.
There's a dot there, I
right
think.
there?
You can look
Okay.
at me. You can look at the
I've never
ceiling.
done this kind of interview before.
I've never really interviewed somebody who kind of has a better show than I do generally, which is pretty much everyone. Let's be honest. How are you? How's it going? Your show has been.
How are you? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm here.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is a thing. Literally, what was it, about 5 minutes ago? You didn't even realize I was here, and
Yeah,
you're like,
well,
"Oh my god!"
I thought you retired, but then you came out of retirement.
Sort
and
of.
I didn't expect you to be here for a finale.
I kind of retired, then we rebranded, so this is kind of obsolete.
What are you called now?
We're the Oz Network.
Oz Network.
So this is still says Survivor. We haven't been able to afford new T-shirts,
Okay.
but it's got the flag on it, so I kind of feel there's
Yeah.
no American flag on you,
Okay.
but you're kind of here. You enjoyed this season?
Yeah, I thought this was a fun season. There's a lot of exciting big moves happening all the way through.
And
What about you? Did you like it?
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah.
I kind of.
What
am-
about Survivor New Zealand?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it will never be as good as Survivor.
Are you finding it
Australia.
slow in terms
You know,
of
I
just the
haven't watched it
episode?
yet.
You haven't watched it yet?
No.
It's kind of some of the episodes are a little bit slow, and I'm like kind of it's a bit of a struggle. But
Yeah.
and plus they're New Zealanders, we don't really like them. Only
Yeah.
kidding. Who's your tip to win?
I feel like that Sarah has been the most consistent player post-merge. I also
Yep.
feel like that Brad is also in the mix. I know Saria is the fan favorite, but I
Well,
just
she
don't
got
see...
swamped when she was here a second ago.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
crazy.
Everybody loves her.
How do you think? Now, this is the thing I'd like to ask you in terms of the fan community. How do you think the Survivor fans would react to a Brad Culpepper winner Survivor?
I think they'll come around to it. You know, there's going to be haters that are never going to like it, but I feel like that in terms of like most of the people that watch the show, they'll say, "Oh yeah, he was a much different guy than the first time."
I love him. I love
He
Brad.
won a bunch of challenges. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I've always been a Brad fan, so I'm intrigued to see if he does it. So, and I guess how many people keep asking you why aren't you on this season in terms of game changes?
I don't want to go.
You don't
I'm
wanna
good.
go.
I'm
Simple.
Good. Honestly, I believe that the audience will like even if they don't like the winner, they'll have a tantrum for a week.
Yeah.
And they come around and say, you know what, he was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about who the winner is going to be.
Okay, well look, Rob, this is fun. I'm glad we could do this in person. It's great to finally meet you and do this.
Yeah.
Look, see,
I'm
we
going to start doing these iPhone interviews.
do it. See, just like grab it and just random. And you've got the
You need a
connections.
selfie stick.
I do, right? We can get random people wearing. What is that? Are you a fox or a fox? When have you ever done an interview before where a guy with
Don't taunt the tourists.
No,
That's,
no.
that-
Okay, this is what Australians do differently, apparently.
Everybody in America has a gun. You don't understand this.
True. We just have
In our
dangerous
culture,
spiders
yeah.
that will kill people. So I'll be careful. I won't
Right.
get shot. Rob, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. And
Got
all the best with the rest of the show.
Thank you, Ben.
Continuing on our chats and fun bits and everything with people here in Los Angeles, we've found the one, the only Mr. Bruce Canagai from Survivor Season 12, Panama, Exile Island, only the second ever contestant to be medically evacuated and was not invited back terribly for Season 25. Why weren't you invited back, Bruce?
You know, I have no idea because I was in the final 7. I knew I could have won the show, and maybe they're scared that I'm going to win it. And I just I'm in great shape again. You know, 2 years ago I had my shoulder removed and my
You've had
arm bone
everything
cut.
done though, haven't you? Like,
I
are
got
you
bit
more
by the
robot?
rattlesnake. Yes, and I got
You're more robot than
I
man.
got hit by a car, got crashed through a broken window, and hit by a boulder, and here I am. And
You're still alive.
You know what? This year I'm 70 years old. Next year I'll be
Now,
71.
he just told me this. He said he's about to turn 70. I said, what, like 20 years? Because look at this man. He is not about to turn 70.
You know, every Monday and Wednesday I teach 4.5 hours of karate.
Wow.
Last 30 minutes I still fight. Then in between on the other days I go to the gym and I run the mountains still. And
You're fitter than me. How old do you think I am?
you're 38.
Wow. I'm only 30.
30.
That hurt my feelings.
Well, no, it's because you're so mature.
Oh, well, thank you.
a
Oh,
compliment.
good save. Good save. Now, last year, the reason I want to do this video as well, because last year at Reality Rally, I think you were actually the only Survivor contestant I never was able to grab to do a little interview with. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this. But also, Bruce pulled me into, like, I'll tell you this story. I was leaving my room to go to this autograph session, and Bruce's like, Ben, come here, I want to give you something. Pours me this glass of this amazing whiskey, and just, like, I drink it, not realizing how much is in this glass.
I gotta tell you.
I'm tipsy, and then he gives me a bottle. It's like, shh, don't tell anyone. Dad and I shared that bottle. We loved it.
Yes.
So,
And you know, I'm a ambassador to the newest, finest whiskey made in America. It's called Country Smooth Whiskey.
Country Smooth Whiskey.
And you can order that online.
What's the website? What's the website? Do you know the website?
No.
Okay, Country Fine Whiskey.
Country
Google
Smooth
it.
Whiskey.
Smooth Whiskey. Google it.
Yeah, Country Smooth Whiskey. I'll tell you, it's finer. And I'm a Kentucky Colonel.
Oh.
I drink the finest bourbons.
Yeah.
I have the finest collection of whiskeys and bourbons and Scotch, but this is the finest. The flavor's so smooth. You sip it.
Yep.
Close your mouth. Slowly breathe through your nose, and the flavors are overwhelming.
Wow.
And people who hate whiskey and Scotch really enjoy it. Did your father enjoy it?
Look, my dad is a massive Scotch whiskey drinker. I'm more of a vodka drinker, but I enjoyed it.
But he's a master
enjoyed-
drinker.
Oh, he like any birthday, Christmas, Father's
And
Day.
how did he enjoy the Country Smooth Whiskey?
He really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it. So it lasted the whole way from in my bag from Temecula all the way across the states back to Australia. So you got to hook us up with some of that stuff. You've got to.
You know, by the way, I have an online internet business, and I canceled the vacation so I can go last weekend to Irvine.
Yep.
And they flew in a gentleman, Joe Andari. His
Yep.
name is Joe
Yep.
Andari, and he was a lawyer at 22 to one of the top 10 international law firms in the world in
Wow.
Australia.
Oh, nice. Whereabouts?
He's
Do you know in
Lebanese.
Australia or?
No, I don't know where, but he's Lebanese, and in the online internet business, he retired at the age of 25. And I went to hear him speak, but not so much making money and things, but motivational to become a better human being. That's what I want to be.
I don't know if I feel
Everything
sad or happy for that guy because it's kind of at the same time I'm jealous. Bruce, you need to go back on Survivor because you know Debbie, of course, has like 1,001 jobs. You've got like 1,001 jobs. You would give Debbie a run for her money in terms of what you do. But I somehow believe yours are true. And Debbie's... No offense, Debbie. We love you. Have you been enjoying this season currently?
Oh, I have. And it's great to say I just ran into my old buddy, Sari. We were on Panama together, and Shane Powers.
I got the photo with you
And,
three. That was
oh my
awesome.
gosh, and just to see them. And think of this, that was 11 years ago.
It's crazy.
And I'm ready to go back, so...
How is it with Sari though? Like, I mean, like, not to take away from the fact we seriously would love to see you come back on the show, but I mean, Sari, she's the first person to make it to 3 final episodes in the history of the show.
Yes.
I mean, if she wins this thing, I swear, like, everyone is just going to be the happiest they've ever been. Like, Boston Rob on the 4th time around, people are like, okay, that was kind of handed to him. Sari has had to work her little tushy off
Oh,
of
yes.
this.
You
So,
know, she's the most unathletic
yeah.
person on Survivor this season.
Yep.
But she has such compassion, but she actually really knows how to play the game better than the other people.
I think it was in that very first episode the way she handled Ty. I was blown away. And I've kept saying all season on our episodes, I've said if I'm on a tribe on day one and I'm with a tribe with Sandra, Tony and Sari, I'm targeting Sari first.
Yeah.
Even more than Sandra and Tony. And we know how they've obviously won the game, but
You know,
yeah.
if she goes all the way, it was everybody's mistake because she's so nice. She can play both sides.
Oh, she's
And
crazy.
you want her on your side, so she goes, I'll be on your side.
Yep.
And you take her and you protect her. And
Yep.
then you get voted off while protecting her because she'll turn around and tell everybody to vote Bruce off.
And you know the craziest thing with Sari, and I really hope that we get to do this video one-on-one because I've had her on the show before, and I don't know if I've ever told her this. I was never a fan of Sari. The first time I liked your season, back when it was first airing, I could not stand her. I'm like, I cannot like this
wait.
woman. But how can you not like Sari? I feel so dumb saying that.
She was just they didn't put it on it, but before every event she was, Bruce, they call me the Factor. She was Factor. She goes, I'm so nervous, and she's so nervous, and I would always hold her hand and pray with her. I pray, go, dear Lord, please give us the courage and calm down. You know, if we're meant to win, we're meant to win. But it was great because before every event and during some of the events, I'd be praying with her.
Yeah.
But I supported her.
Your season, I have to say this, it's generally regarded, I feel, as like the ultimate middle season. Like, it's not brilliant, but it's not terrible. But having said that, I for one think your season deserves a lot more credit because if you look at your cast in terms of who is on your season, and just little things like the Terry Aris rivalry, you know, Courtney and Shane.
It was insane. It was just so and
Bob Dog.
And Bob Dog, he'll be here later, but
Oh, I can't wait to meet Bob Dog.
He's my best friend. We're just like
Never met
twins.
Bob Dog.
Yeah.
Never interviewed him. Never had any interaction with him. So
And you know, everybody was afraid of him because he was tattooed gangster rapper with huge arms, and you talk with a deep voice. He goes, "Hey, Vector, where you from? And I hear you do karate." I said, "I'll break your knees and tear out your testicles and never have kids." He goes, "I like you." And after that, and he stole the bottle of wine. We became best friends.
And ended up pooping
Best
on the
friends
thing.
forever.
Fantastic. It's good to hear that. Well, Bruce, it's been a
thanks.
pleasure doing this, mate. It's so good to see you in person. I'm looking forward to chatting more and meeting Bob Dog and just doing more stuff. But thank you for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
all the fans, especially from Australia. I want to come visit you guys, and you guys are amazing.
And you and Jimmy, you know my good friend Jimmy Kanayan. You want to say anything to Jimmy while you're here?
Okay, yeah, well, pardon?
Do you want to say anything to Jimmy? You know, Jimmy came to your house, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
That's what I've.
He's got to hang more, and you know what? I enjoy those wafer cookies, which are the
Tim Tams?
Tim Tams. Yes.
You know, I have Tim Tams in my suitcase back in my room. I did not bring them.
Oh,
I'll bring
and,
him tomorrow. Tomorrow.
and what a wonderful young man that he is, and he loves coming and visiting America, going to baseball games, and we're always on Facebook together. So Jimmy, that's for you, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Thank you, Bruce. Pleasure, and we'll chat soon.
Thank you.
Well, we've come all this way to Los Angeles, and we've met royalty. It is the one, the only, the Queen of Survivor, Sandra Diaz-Twine, two-time winner, and should have won this season, but we won't get into that. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm excited to be here. Hold on, where should I be looking?
You look. I think the
My
dot.
eyes-
Look in the dot there. See,
Okay,
there you go.
alright. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm having a good time. A lot of the LA survivors have come out because they know we were gonna be here, so we're having a really, really good time, catching up. Everybody's happy.
It is crazy the amount of people that are here. Like, I mean, this is my first finale I've been to, but
Well, and I only came down to the lobby because we don't fit in my room anymore. I don't know why, but the queen creates
you don't
chaos.
have a big enough throne up there. Why don't you have like the royal suite or whatever it is?
No,
Like,
I don't. My room isn't big enough, and then Figgy's in my room, and Rhino's in my room, and yeah, it's a bunch of us up
well, there's a
in there.
Pearl Island reunion going on there because isn't Krista coming here as well?
Krista should be here in the next 10 minutes. Bob Dog just showed up.
Is Rupert coming, Sandra?
Bruce-
Do you invite
No.
Rupert?
Well, I don't think Rupert's over here anywhere.
I don't know. I just
So,
always like to get your thought. I love your expressions when you hear the word Rupert. We're going to be hanging
I
out.
actually love and care for Rupert.
Okay, good. We're going to be hanging out next week at Reality for Diabetes again as well. So we're not going to do a whole
That's right.
long
Your
one here.
trip is long.
And you're gonna buy me a beer. You said you're gonna buy me a
Okay,
drink.
I owe you a drink tonight or when?
Whenever. You can do it tonight, and
Then
I can
let's
buy
go.
you one next week, or like
I'll buy you a drink tonight.
I'm not gonna say no to that invitation, is it?
All right, then let's do it.
Let's do it. We're gonna chat more next week, and great game this season. I don't know what else to say because we'll continue it in about 7 days when we're in Cincinnati. Sandra Diaz-Twine, the Queen, you are awesome. Okay, we are joined by a crew of awesome people. We have Figgy, we have Jay, they were on Survivor.
Hey.
We have Dion, we have Dominic somewhere. They're from Australia.
Yeah.
So we have the Australia and Survivor crew chilling right now. Let's start with Figgy. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
That-
I'm loving life. I'm here with a bunch of all-stars, people I've looked up to watching since I was a little girl.
Fantastic.
So life couldn't be any better. And then I got Jay up there. So
Yeah, just him. I don't know. But you might be at Reality for Diabetes next week, so I hope we get to
Yes,
hang out a little
I'm
bit
super
more.
excited for that, yeah.
And we're going to be able to do a longer interview and a longer chat.
yes, we will.
Jay, you just told me my eyebrow piercing is awesome.
What's
so
up? Yes, it is.
I'm flattered. Adam, join us. We've got a Survivor winning here too. Get in
Well,
there.
there I went. Just
Yeah.
like that. You voted me out again.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Adam.
You're out of here.
Hey,
what's going on here?
That's a really good accent. You've been
yeah.
practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
for sure.
No, yeah.
Can you, Jay? Can you do an accent as good as Adam's? Or
No, I'm more Mexican than that.
we've got the crew going, but we've got two more Australians here, so you can show them how they're
We're
doing.
actually Australian.
They are actually Australian.
No, they're not. Fake
Yeah,
news.
So we've got 3 Australians,
Yeah,
3
we're all
Americans.
Australian.
I don't know what's going on.
I do.
3 Americans, 2 Australians, 1 survivor.
Who will win?
That should be a thing.
All right, who wants to be in an alliance then? Straight away, Adam? No? Yep, all right, Adam and I are hooked up. Figgy, Jay.
I have individual immunity right here. So.
This is the line.
Yeah. Oh, I've just been shafted. All right. Well,
Yeah,
what you
let's
got?
get,
I feel like taking-
get them out.
I feel like
Us four are
taking that
good.
hat and just being like, well, you know, whatever. Yeah, all right. Well, you guys can go away. I'm going to talk to these Australians. Thank you, Adam, Figgy. Thank you for joining us. This brief little chat. Let's talk to some Aussies.
All right. right.
How you doing, guys?
This is pretty crazy.
I've said to you all day, let's get into a video, and straight away I'm like, I'll just steal it with some Survivor
Yeah.
people.
This room is amazing. Everywhere you look, there's a Survivor from some season.
But this is crazy to think that we are 3 Australians right now in this room.
Other side of the world.
And we're all from different parts of Australia as well.
We are.
So
That's the thing. It's
that's really
like
cool.
you're from Melbourne,
Melbourne.
you're from New South Wales, I'm from Tasmania.
Yeah.
But you know, you like us, right?
Yeah.
Are you the I hate Tasmania part of Australia?
Tasmania.
Well, are you sure about
They're
that?
like the little brother. We just put him under our arm.
Don't start talking about family in Tasmania. I know where that's going if you start talking about that, okay? It's not true. So you guys live here though, right? So you live in Australia. America. We're in America right
we
now.
are right
So
now.
how long have you been here in the States for?
Me, like 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, and I'm a little over a year.
Right. And is that kind of like the dream for you guys to have always lived over here, or is it just kind of circumstances?
So last Friday I graduated from film school. Just finished.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations. And you
Very
sort
And
of
I moved here a little over a year ago because I won the green card lottery. So
telling me about that.
Yeah, so that's one of those things that I was like, all right, let's move to America.
And you're an actor.
I am an actor, yes.
So have you managed to land anything yet? Like
Not yet. I'm trying to just kind of like establish myself here and then hopefully land something. But my dream is really to be on Survivor. Like, acting's that's a plan B.
well, it worked for Colleen. She got to star in The Animal.
Yeah.
You know, the Rob Schneider movie could be in your
exactly.
future. So are you, when your school, are you writing, acting?
So
What's
I
your-
was majoring in screenwriting and directing. And
Right.
so,
And how is that looking in terms of the future? I mean, I can imagine it's super competitive here.
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
very competitive. I've got some connections from school, so I've got a couple of gigs lined up. Going to be working on a feature in the end of July. So
Are you allowed to tell us what the feature is? Or
I can tell you that it's about pedophilia,
Oh.
which is
bring your family and friends.
Yeah, so it's a family. It's Disney. No,
Yeah, Disney-related film. Sounds like a laugh a minute.
It's the first feature I'm on. It's like a weird horror / serious thing. That
I love how you've gone from pedophilia to weird horror.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
so-
a heart-touching like
Yeah, so did I.
family drama.
No,
but-
no.
Again, don't mention touching. That's probably
too much
just,
touching. But yeah, that'll be really fun. And then hopefully I've got a movie that I'm trying to get made. Hopefully by the end of next year.
about Survivor.
Not about Survivor, but with puppets.
Yeah. I mean, he should be writing one about Survivor, and I should be
Right.
starring in
With
it. That
puppets.
would,
Yes.
that would work.
With puppets.
Hey.
I
That-
can give you a little pitch if you care. So
Let's do it.
imagine The Walking Dead, but when you get bitten, you turn into a puppet instead of a zombie.
I'm sold. I'm watching
Right.
it. Where do I go and watch
Right.
that?
So
All right, you got to
that's
copyright
the plan.
that. Let's write it down now.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
It's just trademarked
the
now.
script
Yeah.
has been copyrighted already.
All right,
and
there
now
we go.
someone just needs to give me money. Anyone out there?
All our, both our listeners watching, if you know people,
Yeah.
hook him up.
Do it.
All right? And if somebody else steals that idea, we're sorry that one of our listeners was an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
guys, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for doing
you
this.
too.
No, my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
And
It's gonna be a good few nights.
can we be completely obnoxious right now and do an Aussie?
Of course.
I think Adam might even join in this if we do this loud enough.
He's
Ready?
just been, hasn't he? Yeah.
Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. All right, yep, that didn't work that well. All right.
No,
Bye.
I enjoyed it.
Australia. We have got the amazing Trish Hegarty right here from Survivor Cagayan. Are you here to hang out with Tony and to be like?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that son of a bitch to show up.
Are you going to rip shit into him about how badly he played this season?
Oh, no, just goes to show he couldn't have won without me.
Right.
I mean, honest to God. Are you kidding me?
Have you enjoyed this season though? so
I've
far?
enjoyed it thoroughly.
And
It's been incredible.
And it's amazing to see the amount of people. I just want to quickly spin this around. Spot the Survivor.
The support is amazing. It truly is.
And when are we going to see you again?
Well, that's all up to Jeff Probst and company.
Jeff, if you're watching it, put her on. She's ready to go.
I am.
Ready to go.
My bags are packed.
They are. They're right there. You can't see them. They're ready to go. Trish, it's so much fun always chatting to you. It's great
Always
to see you
good
in
to see
person.
you, my friend.
And we'll see if we can go drinking till about 3 o'clock in the morning again.
Oh, hope not.
No, all right. Done. Just after 10 o'clock. Jillian.
Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Is it 10 o'clock? Whoa.
10:05.
Yeah, and it's just beginning.
Is it ever?
Wow.
We are at the University of Hilton still. We've been here all day. But we don't know what we're doing in terms of whether we're staying here or hang on.
But now we know what we're doing.
Mike Holloway has spoken.
Yeah.
We're going to the Standard. I was going to do a walk around here to see the amount of people that are here. I just walk around. So in terms of the contestants, we've got Tyson's right there. Andrea's about to walk past me. She's going to say hello to me in the video. How are you, Andrea?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm just doing a random video trying to show everybody how many people are here.
Nice, I like
Incredible.
it.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Now we're going to walk around here further and see who else we can maybe catch, because I'm also interrupting people's dinners and I don't necessarily want to do that. And there's people eating there, there's people doing that there. So we've got Dan Liu is right there, if you can see him there, from Survivor Amazon. A lot of the people who were here have just left, of course, as soon as I start talking. We've got Bob, Dog and Bruce from Survivor Panama, right there. I want to say hello to us here. We've got Bob, Dog and Bruce. Say hello to Australia. We're on video, not photo. You can say hello. So, yeah, we've already talked to Bruce. Say hi to Bob, Dog.
It's a new website. It's not ours. It's
the Oz Network.
Oz Network.
What's with France? Why are we French tonight?
We are all France.
We all France?
We are all France. Every time someone gets bombed, I buy their jacket.
Right. So why aren't you wearing the England one?
I can't. It's on order. It's
okay. Right. Okay.
See you with the next one.
Good way to support
Manchester United.
I hope I never see you wearing an Australian one.
I gotta get down under though. I heard it's a good place to be.
It is. I mean, apparently I've left the place enough, but it's a great place. You need to go drink it with cable.
Earl Cole has his Purse Kids Foundation charity event there every.
He was just there,
he was just there. Yeah. He's got another one here in California.
I was in Sydney.
September, so.
I was in Sydney when he was there, but we just couldn't work it out to kind of meet up, and I was devastated. I love Earl.
Yep.
Earl's amazing.
I was about done. I was trying to get him out here, but
he's not here. All right. Well, Bob, thank you for chatting. We're gonna do the room here. Yes, you too, mate. It's going. Tyson, to say hello to the video. Say hello.
Hello, video.
I'm just filming everybody walking around the room, apparently.
That's
so.
Right. Lifeaholic, baby.
Go to is it lifeaholics.com or?
Lifeaholic. I don't have a site yet.
Okay, right. Okay, it will be eventually. Remember that name. Remember Lifeaholics. Twitter. Facebook. Instagram.
Be my friend.
Tyson, and he yells at you all the time, capitals, like seriously. It's like, I am having a great day. And then he'll comment on your thing like, hope you're doing well, Ben. And it's like,
that's right, because nobody listens to me.
Just gonna yell. I know the feeling. No one listens to me either. That's why I have to fly over here and pretend I have friends.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Rhino, say hello to Australia. Rhino, pray from Survivor Pearl Islands.
I want to do Australian Survivor.
Do it. Right now, you're invited.
I know. You need to tell somebody I'm ready to do it.
Well, they're filming it right now. You might be able to catch it if you quickly fly over.
Third season.
Third season. All right, so
the All-Star season.
So should you be allowed to do it? Because I'm not allowed to do the American version.
Yes,
so should we block you guys? Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I have relatives in Australia. More people in Australia than in the States.
Whereabouts in Australia?
Perth. So the reality is, this is what happened. This is what happened.
What happened?
What happened?
The Irish folk, my Irish folk they were thieves. So when they went to Ellis Island, they got booted and sent to Australia. Not many people know that.
Right.
Well, some people do, but the Irish are bad people. But
Dr. Rhino.
Hey, but they
dropping knowledge.
But they built America.
They built America.
The
That's
Irish
right.
folks built America.
And the convicts built Australia.
And the convicts, which were Irish.
That's
well, there it is.
We're all prisoners.
There it is.
The history of the world.
We're learning it. We're learning it.
Figured everything out.
We are. Thank you, Rhino. We'll look forward to seeing you on Australian Survivor then.
I'll see you guys.
You will. All right, who else have we got here that we can chat to? Hayley's kind of there. I don't know if we want to interrupt her. I feel kind of bad. We've got people talking there. Neil and Max. Others. I don't know really who else we can find. But this is kind of the extent of it anyway, if you can kind of just see. This is literally emptied out in the space of 5 minutes. This was full before. And then when you saw Mike yelling a second ago, it emptied out. So Mike is kind of like the default leader of Survivor apparently, and then they just all go away. So I think we are now going elsewhere, and we will continue this there, and we will see who else we can possibly find to chat to. Actually, hang on. Got to get this man. We're going to be doing a separate one with him later on. We're here in Cincinnati It is the main Survivor legend. The thing we don't even call you Big Mike anymore, do you? You're skinny Mike.
Magic Mike, Little Mike,
Magic
whatever
Mike.
works, or just Mike.
Mike Albright, the biggest fan. How many have you not met?
30. There's 30 casts I haven't met. 468 I have met.
You don't count, clearly. So who is the one that you feel you will meet next? Is there any that you've kind of got a bit of a,
Probably Keith Famey from Australia, or possibly Linda Spencer from Africa. I've got some good stuff working out for them.
Okay. And who's the one you think you'll never meet? Colleen or?
BB Anderson. Can't meet him.
True. Rest in peace, BB.
I'll go to his grave and count it as half, though. Yes.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
We will catch up later on. We are just venting around, and I don't know if I'm going to be rude and shove that in your face. What is your name?
My name's Neil. Neil Tracy.
Now, Neil, you have been here all day getting autographs. How many have you gotten today?
17 out of 20.
Doing well. Doing well. Jeff, am I going to be rude if I spin this around and talk to you guys?
Hi.
This is Jeff Varner.
How
you
are
know
you?
him from Survivor the Australian Outback, from Second Chances, and also from Survivor Game Changers. I
Yes.
just wanted you to say hello. I'm doing a little wrap around. I'm going to try and grab you at some point. We'll do a separate little chat.
Okay, you will.
You are a legend. You are amazing. I'm glad you are the very first Australian Outback contestant I've ever met in person. How was that a thing?
Really?
Yeah. I know. I'm about to meet next week at Reality for Diabetes. I'm hanging out with Jerry, with Mitchell and Roger.
Okay. So I beat them to the punch.
You did. You are number one.
Good.
We
I
will
love
chat.
that.
We will chat a little bit more. I don't want to drag you away from everything as much as I already have. And I'm going to see if Lex will want to say hello to me quickly on this video. To be completely rude. As you can see, Lex has all the fans going around here right now. No, I think we're not going to be able to grab him. JT's right there. Survivor, Token Cheens, winner, Heroes vs Villains contestant. I wasn't filming you eating your dinner. just to let you know. Well, I'm treading on people. I'm not, just you go. I'm not blocking people. There's Christina Correa. Say hello. How you doing, Christina?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. You having a good night?
I'm having a great night.
That's good. That's great.
Are you having fun?
I'm having the time of my life. There's so many people here. I'm trying to catch everybody and just be like, say hello. But
You're getting them all. Every season here, it seems like, except for like the very beginning ones. But it's all good.
well, we've got at least Jeff covering Australian Outback, and then we've got Lex with Africa. So they're sort of getting there. But
Yeah, everyone's gonna be at that other party, so it'll be good.
we're going. We're going to be
Okay,
going
wait,
to that
what's
photo. You will. I think we definitely need to find our way to the other party. I don't think we're going to get Lex. We might be able to get Joe. I don't know. You can get Joe Anglin. He's going to sneak through here, perhaps. Joe, say hello to Australia as you walk past.
What's up, Australia?
Hey, is that your best accent?
Australian, but Australians, it's a little bit like, it's deeper.
That's actually good. That's
Is that
light.
right? It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's
the
a little
way you
more
said
drawl,
that.
A little more drawl on your prawns.
Yeah, your prawns, not shrimp.
Not shrimp.
Not shrimp.
Fuck shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prawns. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, see what I'm talking about?
Don't throw a fucking shrimp on the
like
bar.
draw. Yeah. I've never been to Australia, but I would love to come out.
We're inviting you,
I would love to come
formally
out.
inviting Joe to Australia.
Alright. Well, I appreciate it. I'm there. What's the best part of Australia?
Look, I'm from Tasmania.
Okay, so you're like south
the little
Tasmania,
island
right?
under the
South?
Big Yep, right down the
I
one.
heard that's beautiful though. Like
It is.
southern.
It's
a little chillier, a little colder though.
Australian cold, yes, not American cold. You'd still think it's a bit balmy, but
Probably. And this is Trish. This is beautiful Trish.
we've already spoken to Trish. So we're going to talk to her again. Why can we ever not get
She's a
Trish in
beautiful
here?
soul.
Look at her. Look at these
I love
two. Future Alliance. Thank you, Joe. You are a legend, mate. You have a good night, and we'll catch up soon.
You have a great night.
I will do.
Cheers,
I will do. See you later. All right. Who else have we got going on here? You can say hello to the video if you want, mate. I'm just like doing. That was a very close picture of myself. I'm going to see if Lex can say hello. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Wait till Mike. I'm going to interrupt Mike. How you doing? I want to get Lex to say hello to Australia.
Yeah, Ben.
Lex Vandenberg.
The man right here.
I think this is the man right here.
You traveled a long way to get here to
It's been a
see
long day.
a dumbass like me.
Well, I had no idea you were going to be here, so that's just a bonus.
Bonus.
What's going on? How's life?
Life is great. My head is spinning right now because of all of this. I haven't done one of these things in.
Well, it was crazy. When you walked in, it was like, it's Lex, and everybody was like, zoom.
And I thought no one would give a shit.
Well, you were wrong.
It's been
You
16
were wrong.
years since Africa.
Well, then why have you not been out there for a third time to play again, Lex?
You know
What is going on?
I gotta leave it. There's so many people that still want to do it. Leave it for the new kids. I've done it, and you gotta let the new kids do it.
But you've also got to let the legends play again, and you've got to play for a third. Look at this. Everyone's agreeing around me here. Come on now.
Let's see. If they decide to have a true old school Survivor, then maybe.
Yes.
You know, no idols, none of that. Just
Back to the
16
old
or 18 people.
Yeah.
Reward challenge, immunity challenge, and bones to bones. It's just
I'm down.
And that's it.
I like it.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah, I agree. I need you to do one thing for me. I'm staying with T-Bird in about 2 weeks.
Oh, I love T-Bird.
I texted her that photo you and I took before, and straight away she just sent a picture. I love him. Love heart, love heart, love heart. Please say something to T-Bird for me.
T-Bird, I love you. You know how much I love you. And I miss you and I wish you were here.
Come on, T-Bird, why aren't you here? I have to fly to you. You should be flying here as well.
Yeah, all of us. We'd be having such fun right here, right?
Look at his face. Look how sad he is that you're
Love
not here.
you.
Thank you, Lex. It's a pleasure, mate. So good
Always
to meet
a
you.
pleasure,
And
yeah.
we're going to get you back on the show at some point, and we're going to chat.
You call me, we'll do it.
Done.
I'm in.
I will do. Awesome. Thanks, mate. We're going to hover around here and see what else we can grab. You go do your thing. Don't let me get in the way. I don't know what else we're going to do here. I'm just literally just shoving this in people's faces. Jeff photobombing in the background. I'm going to see if Sierra might have a bit of a chat. Can I see if Laura will have a chat? I'm just really quickly filming a thing for Australia. Laura Moret, how are you, Laura?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm in cloud nine. I'm meeting everybody right now.
Hi everybody in Australia.
Have you ever been to Australia?
No, but you know what? I want to come to Australia
Please do.
soon.
I'm inviting everybody. Like, I apparently can speak for the government to officially invite you to Australia.
Perfect.
So please, on behalf of our country, visit, bring Sierra, bring everyone, and we'll have a fun old time.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Perfect. Thank you,
Bye.
Laura. Enjoy the rest of your night. Alrighty, who else can we grab here? I don't know if we can grab JT. I don't know. It's kind of in the middle of a conversation. I've missed out on Sierra. I want to see if I can try and get JT. But again, I don't want to be rude. I kind of feel like I am being incredibly... You know what's funny is when I get home and watch these and edit all this together, I realise how many people are photobombing me in the background.
I didn't mean to. I like your accent.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I like yours too.
I don't have one.
I knew you were going to say that. That's what everybody in America says when I say it back to them. They're like, I don't have one. I'm like, I don't think I have one either, but... Can you say g'day mate to Australia then, given Australia?
Good day, mate.
Not bad. Can you do it?
That's a lot of pressure. I don't want to insult any Australians.
Hey, we've been, insulted worse before, so... Outback Steakhouse.
Good day, mate.
Good job. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm gonna see if I can get 32. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try and grab JT on video here quickly. I'm just being the roving.
Yeah, do that. Yeah,
It seems to work. If I don't ask and just shove it in their face, they talk to me.
Oh, sorry. How are you?
We're getting queue jumped, but it's fine. It's
So
JT.
are you catching them as well, or just...
I'm kind of doing both.
Oh, you
And people just need to walk up to me.
You don't have the flip thing that you can...
I could, but I'm fancy. I'm gonna see. Actually, I wonder if Sierra will talk to me while I'm waiting for
Sierra was right
JT.
here.
No, Sierra's right there. I'm just gonna see. You do that. All right. This is all on the fly, people. This is almost live. It's not really. Can I jump in here? JT, I'm filming right now really quickly. I want you to say hello to Australia if that's okay.
Alright, who is it?
Just everyone in Australia, the whole country.
Hello to Australia. Hello, Australia.
How you doing, mate? I just wanted to have a chat with you. Of course, I got your photo with you before. Thank you for that. But I wanted to say, we talk a lot about your time on the show.
Yeah.
We talk up how amazing your win was in season 18. Then when we talk about heroes, villains, and talk about this season, order your drink. Order your drink first. Don't let me interrupt. There you go. All right. So, on Heroes vs Villains, we say, obviously, with your move, is people often talk it down.
Yeah.
It was this close to being one of the most genius moves in the history of Survivor. And I would say a similar thing on this season.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Is that frustrating, though, to think that had it worked, how amazing that would have gone down?
Of course, it's not as fun now as it would have been if it worked, but at the same respect. And like this season, my days were numbered.
Yeah.
And you're facing an option. You sit around and wait for your time to go.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Go out swinging.
Yeah.
I try to make a move, or I can sit here and pout about it.
Yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do. And really, Culpepper, there was no reason why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Just lack of communication. I mean, we didn't have time to sit down and talk about it.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to go for the move,
Yeah,
and
we had to try something.
and it's similar, I guess, with the Russell Idol thing in Heroes vs Villains.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know what the deal is. You didn't know about Russell, and look, JT, we're going to have to get you on the show one time to talk about this in length because there is so much. But from the bottom of my heart, in terms of what we've talked about in the show, we've respected your win so highly on Tokyo Teens, and I really feel it's a win that doesn't get the credit it deserves. When people talk about the all-time great wins, you dominated that season. Perfect game, fan favourite. So I just needed to let you at least know that.
I
So
appreciate that.
not a problem. Would you play for a fourth time?
I play any day.
Any day.
I'm always ready, yeah.
Jeff, I'm doing your job for you. Mark Burnett, CBS. I'm recruiting all these people for you. So JT's ready to play, mate. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We'll get you on the show. We'll do a full interview. And I appreciate your time.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you so much. All right. We are still scooging. Now, I think I lost Sierra in the midst of that. Yes, I did. Oh no, just taking a photo. Let's go find Jillian here just for the moment. Jillian, what's up? I got JT, that's good. I think everybody else we've needed to get is gone. I think if we're going out to the standard, we'll just do this, do a loop around.
Okay.
Because everybody seems to talk to me when I've already got it recording rather than just asking them. And look, I've gone for 17 damn minutes.
Ooh, there you go.
And the amount of people that I've gotten on the camera
There you
is
go.
pretty incredible.
There you go. So it's been a good hang day at the hotel.
It's been incredible.
Awesome. Awesome.
And let's be honest, I got to meet so many more people than I thought I would. I got a selfie with Monica Culpepper.
See?
And she remembered me.
Very cool.
That's kind of
You're
cool.
a famous person now.
No,
Yes,
but
you
I'll
are. Yes, you are. Everybody says, "Oh, Ben."
Some of them do. Some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
All right, let's go elsewhere. Let's do stuff, and we'll find more people.
Here we go. Wait, I gotta make sure my hair lights
Your
up.
hair looks beautiful.
Oh
right.
my gosh, I gotta make sure.
I'm so excited
now,
right
now
now.
that it's not Survivor, I can worry about things like my hair.
She can. Ladies and
You
gentlemen,
are
Monica Culpepper.
You were my favorite interview of all time because you were one of the very few interviewers that get me and get Brad.
Well, can I just say that throughout this entire season, I said this to Brad yesterday, that we have been, well, I have been, let's just be honest, so positive for Brad because I was so excited that he was back on this cast. When he was on Second Chances a few years ago, I voted every time, was sad he didn't get on. And I am Team Culpepper. People saw I posted a picture with you yesterday and they were like, oh my God, Ben, you must have been so happy because I said, if I see Brad, I'm going to be like, hi Brad, love you, where's Monica?
Oh my gosh, well you're my absolute favorite and I'm just so happy. The first time he played, I think he got kind of a raw deal because just people that didn't meet him, whenever they play Redemption Island, it's unfortunate because your dirty laundry is hanging out there the next day and they have a voice.
Yeah.
Any other season of Survivor, you get voted off, you walk down the jetway, and you don't get to have to listen to all their anger and frustration. And so for me, I'm just so happy that America's been able to see the real Brad. We've been married 25 years this week. And
Congratulations,
obviously
this week.
I wouldn't have married a slouch.
Well, this is the thing.
And I wouldn't have married a Brad, and I wouldn't have married somebody that I didn't think was the neatest person on earth. So to me, it's kind of awesome.
Well, so many people this year have just been talking so great about how amazing he's been playing. It's just been so good to see that. And I never forget one of the interviews that we did do, and I asked you, would you come back for a third time? You said, no, my time's done. I want Brad to go back out and have that chance. And
exactly.
He's at the end. I mean, look, I don't want you to tell me if you know how it goes. Like, we're going to see that tonight. But are you confident he can at least get to the end like you did? And are you confident he can go that one better?
I am very confident in everything Brad does, whether it's navigating traffic to get here from the airport or playing Survivor. So
Fantastic.
Stay tuned. I can assure you this. Is he going to win? Is he not? I don't know. Is he going to get to the end? Is he not? I don't know, but it's sure going to be fun to watch.
And I just want to point out to the other week when you were on as the family visit, I just lost my shit. I'm like, Monica's back. We're going to have to get you and Brad on again to talk about it after this season for sure, for a full interview, because we know we love having you guys. And now that you're just giving me the biggest ego boost I've ever had, that you've said that I was your favourite interview, I'm just going to float on that for the rest of the day.
100%.
Thank
we will
you.
definitely do an interview. And the craziest part about coming back for that was they won this reward. We get there, and there are about 50 hot dogs, 80 hamburgers, chicken breasts, all this different food, and none of it was cooked. So I said, okay, does anybody here know how to grill? And of course everybody said, no, I'm going to spend the day with my loved ones. So it was typical Survivor style that I would come back and cook for everyone at the loved ones and man the grill. By the end of 3 hours on that hot grill in hot Fiji sun, I look like I've been out there playing. So it was typical Culpeper style, just us manning the grill and lots of good friends.
And as long as they enjoyed the food at the end of the day, though.
They did.
Fantastic.
And, oddly enough, we were as hungry as them. The flight to get over there for loved ones, we got there and they lost all of our luggage. So we got up and we had breakfast in Fiji, raced out on a 2-hour boat ride to get out there for the loved ones. And by the time lunchtime rolled around, we were equally as starving.
Wow.
So we tried to feed them all first and took care of ourselves.
Look at you. You're still out there caring for it and you're not even on the show. So that's fantastic. Monica, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much. And go Brad, and I look forward to getting you guys back on the show in the future as well.
Can't wait.
Today has been an amazing day. Not only did I actually get into the finale, that is going to be another story, but I have found Kat, Chelsea, and Kim, Kendra, she's changed her name, the three most amazing ladies from Survivor One World. Thank you for joining me on this very busy world.
Thank you for driving.
I'm just blocking. Yeah, I drove all the way from Australia. It was a long drive.
18 hours.
Yeah. I have a car that goes over water. We're very high tech in Australia. First of all, I know I've just asked you all of this off camera. Troy Zan, obviously very proud that he got right to the end.
So proud of him.
Love you.
Love you, Troy. Yes. Did you have any advice for him? I guess, Kim, first of all, you won the season. Did you give him any tips?
Before he went, I did.
No?
I said, don't tell all these crazy big stories and be the life of the party. Just be chill.
And don't tell everyone it's his island. Just keep that
And
on
try not to tell anyone it's your island, even if it is.
Yep. Kat, as a two-time player, did you have any advice for him?
I mean, I told him basically, keep his head down.
Yeah.
Keep his head down. Play cool, play cool. Go big or go home, but keep your head down, play cool.
Okay,
Especially
okay.
with returning players. I should know.
Yes. And Brad, obviously you experienced sort of Brad, kind of. So, and
Yeah,
Chelsea, I mean, you now join the distinction of being a one-worlder who's made it to the end and sadly didn't win. And also, with Troy. What are you going to say? Are you going to form a special club with Troy now that you have formed this special club?
The no voters, yes, sadly he's going to be in the new man of our club. But you know what? We're proud. It's okay. To the camera than you guys.
It's actually.
Ben, you're really gifted at what you do.
Don't tell me that.
Impressive that you just turned on the camera and just did that. That
Look,
blows my mind.
As soon as the camera's on me, something happens, I'll turn this off and I'll just go back into my shell. That's generally what happens.
This is like what he's great at.
Well, thank you.
Fantastic.
I talk your season up so much. You're talking me up. I did one of these with Monica this morning. She told me that I was the favourite interview she ever had. You kissed me on the cheek. Best moment of my life. Yes. Oh no.
No.
Right. Okay. Do I get another one from everyone else or not really? No pressure.
On your face?
Go for it.
It's non-transferable.
Come on, Kim. All right. This is you said I was good. I'm lost for words right now.
You're stumbling now.
One thing I actually want to say, I seriously am stumbling for words.
You're turning red.
Look at me, I'm like a tomato. One World actually now, you guys have such a good track record of making it to the end. So Chelsea, Monica obviously got to the end on her second go around. Kim, you've already did. Kat, you didn't, but you will on your third go around.
Yeah, there you go.
And you will do it with Chelsea on your second go around. So here we go. Look, I'm trying to work this up.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
Yeah?
We'll take it.
Okay, fantastic. And I'm inviting everyone to Australia. So have any of you been?
Never been. Always wanted to go.
Okay,
but
well,
my Siri on my phone, I changed it where she has an Australian accent.
Right.
Every time she talks, it makes me feel so
Can you
happy.
do an Australian accent now based on Siri and hearing me?
I can, but I'm afraid to try it on
Come
video,
on,
'cause I
come
don't
on,
like to do things
come
that I'm
on,
not good at.
come on, Kim,
No.
come on,
No,
Chelsea.
no!
Oh, look at that. That's good. That's good. Chelsea, can you do Australia?
No, I'm only good at the southern accent.
That's Kat. I know you can.
I
Kat.
know you can.
I know you.
can.
Listen
Kat,
to
come
this
on
English
now,
lady.
Give it a good shot, girl.
Listen to this English lady right here. She's not Australian. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Somebody over there said, "Oh, do you know Kim and Chelsea here?" I just pushed him aside. I don't know who I was talking to, and I'm like, "Where the hell are they? Where the hell are they?" And you were the first one, Kat, yesterday, I think, that I met when we got to the hotel.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Give a big cheerio to Australia while you're here.
Thank you.
Bye.
We're continuing around here at the after party. We have found the one, the only Mr. Tony Blackhorse, winner of Survivor Season 28, robbed on Survivor Season 34. Tony.
And the crowd goes wild.
Exactly. Can I just say, you were so amazing to see back again. When your name was on that list, I lost my shit because you are one of my all-time favourites. We ranked you, I think, at number 3 or 4 in our all-time list of like 400 contestants. It shows your respect.
Thank you so much.
Would you play a third time?
No.
No.
No reason to.
I think I remember asking you on your interview with me if you would go back for a second time, and I'm pretty sure you said you wouldn't do it at that time, at least, that you wouldn't go back.
I think I remember that, and I said that, and I shouldn't have gone back.
Yeah.
Because look what happened to me. I got stung by the queen bee.
Now, I have to ask a question.
Sure.
Did you go out there knowing that you would have a target on your back and play up deliberately the way you did to kind of, I guess, go crazy the way you did, or...?
Absolutely. I knew I was going to be a target, so I said, you know what, let me make the best of it. Either go hide in the corner or just come out and be who I was, and I was who I was, and I went home.
Yep. And how would that work? I've spoken to Sandra about this, but how would that work if you two had have worked that alliance together? Could you have taken it? Could you got JT and had the winners alliance getting to that final 3?
I don't think we would have made final 3. I think we would have got deep together, but I think they would have came after us. You had a bunch of non-winners. I'm not going to call them losers, but they got non-winners against 3 winners. It ain't going to cut it.
And look, let's be honest, you might not have won, but your advice helped your fellow castmate win. You must be thrilled for Sarah.
God, I'm so ecstatic right now. I'm so happy that I was even on the season that she won. Makes me that much more happier. But I'm so proud of her. She played a phenomenal game.
And 2 cops now. The two cops, you know, cops are us.
Winners are us.
Winners are us.
That's right.
That is crazy. And Trish is still over there too. Can we just point out? Trish, come quickly join us. We've got to have, while we're talking to Tony here, Trish is here again. Look at this.
Right hand man.
Absolutely. You must be thrilled for Sarah as well. Can I just
I
say that?
am beyond excited for Sarah.
Come right
Sarah's my buddy. Tony wants to sneak out.
See you later.
Tony, you're a legend, mate. Thank you for joining us. Not a problem. We'll chat to you. We'll chat to you again.
No, Tony's such an asshole. He just can't handle it, so now he's going to disappear. You know what?
How are you feeling about Sarah winning?
I am here because I was hoping Sarah was going to win.
Now look, let's be honest. I'm gonna level with our listeners, our viewers, everyone. I knew the final 3. I sort of knew Sarah won. Did you know? You knew.
Of course I did. I'm my best friend.
So were you actually there as a guest of her?
But I have to tell you, I was a guest of Tony's because she had to bring the people to take care of her kids. But the thing about it is that I was pretty drop sure down that she was going to win. But when Culpepper's name came up like 2 or 3 times,
third time I was shocked.
Shitting my pants.
I was shocked that third time because the 2 that we saw, I thought, well, that's it. I talked to Monica before, and I didn't even know who it was, and I think she said it was Sierra that gave Brad that third vote. I think. So Sierra voted for Brad, so that was that third vote that we didn't see. I think that's what Monica told me. Not sure if that's true.
I'm sure Sierra did vote for Culpepper because they're very close.
We'll have to find Sierra at some point and ask her. But how many of these have you been to since your season? Is this your first one?
This is my first one. I only came here because of Tony and Sarah.
Wow. So you're not coming back again? Unless when you play.
Only for my own.
When you play. When you win.
When I win.
How crazy is it to think that the 2 cops from Cagayan have won? He helped her win, supposedly. So didn't?
She did on her own.
Okay. So
I helped him win, motherfucker.
Well, so I was going to ask you, when you go back for your second time, you don't need his help then because you helped him win, so you're just going to do it.
I don't need him or I don't need Sarah. I just need myself to get back on that island to win.
There you go. Again, CBS. I think we said this yesterday. We're going to say it again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Give me cheers. There we go.
Love
Thank you for
this
joining us.
Mwah.
I'm getting kisses from everyone tonight. It's Cloud 9. Thank you for joining us. We're making our way around the room. We've found Debbie. She just needs one name. She's like Madonna. You know who she is. Come on.
You're too much.
How are you, Debbie?
I'm good.
You're good? Yeah. That's good. Great season. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
How did you feel, at least, about your second time around?
You know, it was tougher in a lot of ways. The emotional drain was tremendous.
Yeah.
And because of tribal, you know, let me just go back to Varner and Zeke.
Yeah.
It's still raw, but a lot more cutthroat, bloodthirsty, but still fun.
One thing I'd like to know about that night. Now, I know kind of after Tribal Council, you get sequestered, you get in the van, you're not allowed to say anything, you go back to camp. What is that mood like in that trip back to camp? Obviously, you're not allowed to say anything after that Tribal Council. It's so emotional. I mean, I can't imagine just what you're all thinking in that ride back to camp that night.
I actually don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think it was one of those times where there's really nothing to say that we didn't say there, except hug and Zeke. We're here for you, and we're always going to be here for you. So reach out to us. Screw the game. We love you, and we love you for you.
And then I guess post-game as well, sort of at these events like that, obviously catching up with him, catching up with Varna. I mean, it's all fine now, I'm guessing, with everything that's kind of happened, or is there still some things going on there, or?
I think there's still tension between the two of them, it's safe to say. I am friends with Zeke, I am friends with Varner, I'm always going to be. But I don't believe that Varner should be crucified for the rest of his life. I, for one, am not going to do it. I've made mistakes, you've made mistakes, so I'm over it, and Varner's my friend. We're here with him right now.
And on a lighter note, this wasn't meant to be an interview about all serious stuff, but third time around, are we going to see you play again? Fourth time around, fifth time around? I mean, how many times are you going to play this game? Come on, Debbie.
I don't know. I think I might have one more in me.
One more. I think you've got more. Come on, the fans want to see more of you out there. We're going to catch up with you next week in Cincinnati because we're going to be at Reality for Diabetes. We'll do another chat there. But Debbie, thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to meet you. You're amazing. And thank you for she signed a photo. What was your dog's name again that you...
Captain Nemo.
Captain Nemo. Signed a picture. I've got that.
Boston Terrier.
Boston Terrier. It's a gorgeous dog. I have to post that online to show people. Debbie, thank you so much. It's a pleasure for you to do this. We have found one of the stars of Survivor and one of the stars of The Brink Unleashed because she was on last movie, I was going to say season. We had
Call it what you want.
We had breakfast together in Salt Lake City.
We did. Not that long ago, actually.
It was October?
A couple months ago.
Whenever it was. First of all, you told me when we were having breakfast that to look out for how you played and like the moves and the things that you did. You played fantastically. Round of applause.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we kept talking you up in terms of just how well you were doing from your first season, from what we saw. So. Are you getting a lot of that feedback from a lot of fans in terms of how impressed they were with how you played?
I am, and I love it because a lot of people didn't think I deserved to be there. I questioned, especially hearing the theme, Game Changers. Holy cow, it lit a fire underneath me, and I went for it this time. I maybe went a little too hard, but I'd rather hang my hat on 34 than my first season just because I played, I hustled. I wanted to give these people that I admire a million reasons to vote for me in the end, so... I went hard, really hard.
And I was watching this whole thing because I kind of knew Sarah won, but when you ended up giving her that advantage, and obviously that helped her kind of win.
Absolutely.
How do you look at it now that she wins and think like, shit, I basically almost gave her $1 million in some way?
Absolutely, I did. First and foremost, I feel
like
I helped her.
There.
Yeah, I helped her a lot. I think if she would have made it to the end, she possibly could have still won without my advantage. I love Sarah. She did me wrong, but I mean, in the end, I didn't end up voting for her. I'm glad she won. Voted for Culpepper, but you know what? I knew that Culpepper could win advantages. I wanted to give it to someone who could use it, and it was in the perfect hands. I mean, that tribal where Suri went home on default. I could not have gave it to someone to make such an insane move, you know.
Yeah. And Sarah was gone, wasn't she? If she didn't have her advantage, she had the votes that night, wasn't she? So
100% she was gone.
We're going to have to get you on the show to do a full in-length, in-depth interview and all this sort of stuff because we don't want to keep you here too long. But it's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
I am so happy for how you're doing this season, and I appreciate you joining me once again.
Thank you.
Do I even need to introduce this man? It is the one, the only, Mr. Malcolm Freeberg, 3-time player of Survivor. 0-time winner. How is that possible? I'm not trying to be mean to you, Malcolm. Oh, okay, well, I've lost Mario. That was Malcolm.
No, it keeps getting worse. That's what I keep telling everybody in the interviews that it's the first time they almost the last one voted out, second time middle of the pack, third time fourth one out. So every time I go out, it just gets worse.
Oh, and this is the frustrating thing is from a podcaster's perspective, we're always saying every time you play, look out for Malcolm. Malcolm is going to go far. This is his time to finally do it. And it was so frustrating this season. I can't imagine. I know you said you cried and you.
Oh yeah, I was at Waterworks for flowing. No, the producers did me a favor in the final words after you get voted off. It took me a good 15 minutes to get a coherent sentence out. Like, wow. It's major fans of the show.
Yeah.
these guys are as well.
Yeah.
Like you wait your whole life to get this chance. Third time's kind of a soft limit. I know that's getting pushed a little bit with Serena and Ozzy now.
Yeah.
So you think this is it, and like I felt set up well. I thought I was doing everything right, and then it ends like that because JT's a dumb shit. Wherever he went.
How many times have you gone to him and just said you're a dumb shit? Like fuck you, JT.
You know what? We were fine immediately after because he came home right after.
Yeah.
And so he comes to Ponderosa, and he knew how bad it was going to look for him because he idled his ass. He left an idle at camp.
Yeah.
So he was just a train wreck for a few days. So we were all trying to be supportive. Me, Tony, Caleb, Sierra.
Yep.
So I had to be nice to him. And then like a few days later, we finally talk about it. We're fine. Episode airs. We're texting that day, laughing. We've been buddies. You know, we did the pre-jury trip together.
Yep.
After the episode airs, I go, all right, dude. That looked. I'm texting. That looked exactly as bad as I thought it was going to look. I want you to know I'm going to talk huge amounts of shit about it.
Good.
Here.
Good.
And he said, go for it.
Yeah.
So we're buddies, but yeah,
I could imagine though, as a fan of the show, knowing what he did on Heroes vs Villains, to then see him do another thing. Are you just like, dude, how did you win this game?
It couldn't happen twice. I think Parvati said that in Heroes Villains.
Yeah.
That exact quote. How did this kid win?
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to say who, I promise not to. I was told by a cast member of Heroes Villains before Game Changer started, don't trust the cowboy. That was the quote.
Wow.
But we hit it off and like, well, he can't do that. He can't be that dumb twice.
Yeah.
I'm so secure on that quote that it's, even today I'm still sitting there thinking, I don't know what he was thinking.
Look, let's stop talking about bad stuff. The good stuff here, you're here, you're enjoying, obviously. I mean, this is great. I'm having a blast meeting all you guys and hanging out. I mean, you must live for this, at least as a fan, to catch up with your cast members and obviously catch up with all the amazing people that have been here the last couple of days.
It's cool. It's definitely part of the fun of the whole thing because you get to have conversations. You meet people all the time on the street and they're like, oh my god, I love you. Well, you love me because I look like Ozzy. That's what half of it is most of the time. So you meet like really hardcore fans of the show. Like that's super cool. And then your family. I would say more of the fun is introducing your family to the people that watch on TV because it's like a big experience for other people who love the show and haven't had the experience, especially doing it 3 times that you have. So I've got friends here right now that I need to get back to, not to cut this short, but who are just absolutely that are absolutely like. Every time I introduce them, my mom's about to introduce herself on the side. Yeah.
Are you Malcolm's mum?
I am.
Come in, please do.
Well, you take this.
Malcolm, thank you.
Yeah, Mom, you take over.
Right.
Interviews. Put your arm around. This is my mom.
Mrs. Freeberg?
Mrs. Freeberg.
Mrs. Freeberg. Madeline, I'm Ben. I'm from Australia. I've interviewed your son before. I'm thrilled to be able to. How do you do that? No.
Did you interview him a couple of seasons back?
On Skype, not in person, but I might have done a screenshot online with me and him on Skype or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know how you would recognise me, but I appreciate that. I think you might be, I'm trying to work this out, at least the 3rd or 4th contestant's mother I've interviewed. Does that sound weird? Am I just trying to track that? How proud are you of your son? Tell
super
out
proud.
how you know.
Oh my gosh, couldn't be more proud than of my son.
Do you think he deserves to go out for a 4th time so he can finally win this game? Will you let him go out for a 4th time?
I don't know if this mom can handle it going out for a 4th time. Yeah.
But do you love coming to, and are you a fan of the show?
I'm a huge fan of the show. Do you know the story of Malcolm being on the show?
I might have heard of it, but refresh my memory.
So Malcolm, when he and his little brother were children, we did not allow them to watch television on school nights.
Right.
We finally allowed them to watch the first reality TV show, which was Survivor.
Yep.
And he became a huge fan, and so we all became a huge fan. And when he was 13 years old, he wanted to be on Survivor. Most of the boys in America want to be baseball players, football players. That kid wanted to be on Survivor.
Wow.
So for him to make his dreams come true is huge for us.
3 times.
3 times. And to be a fan favorite.
That's crazy.
And beloved by America.
I mean, look at this. Everybody is still talking to him in the background. Like, he just can't get away from
in
it.
between seasons, we're walking through airports with him, and people recognize him. He's talking for autographs. Yeah, it's
And
fun.
this is why you jump
fun.
in and you're like, hi, I'm Malcolm's mum.
I do. I love it. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
I'm super proud. Yeah.
And I mean, as a fan too, getting to come to him to these events and meet everybody as well. Like,
I've gotten to meet Sarah. I've gotten to meet Aubrey, who I adore.
Yep.
I've gotten to meet so many, even from previous seasons are here, and I've loved every minute of it.
Who's been your favourite besides Malcolm that you've ever met? Like, not necessarily here, but maybe in some of the other
This is
ones?
going to be interesting. Meeting JT tonight was a huge deal for me.
Right.
When I first met JT, he seemed a little apologetic because of the earlier season, and he thought I was picking on him. And I just said, hey, I'm Malcolm's mom. And I thought he felt insecure for a moment, and I felt so badly about that. So I said, no, I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan when he was playing for Stephen Fishback. Huge fan. And so I just love the guy. So I think that was my biggest moment for me, was meeting JT.
Fantastic.
Even though he was like, a little bit of
I
a
could
pickle.
imagine, wow.
But like, he didn't need to feel bad about meeting me.
Yeah.
And I love meeting his family.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's so good to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madeline. I'm going to give us a hug. I want to give a hug on the camera. It's
great to meet you.
And pleasure to meet you. And go Malcolm for a full time.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Having fun here at the finale. Well, the party, and I think we are going to another after party in a minute. But it's been an incredible time. We're chatting to people, and we're doing.
Hi, T-Bird!
We have the wonderful Aubrey. That T-Bird loves you.
I love you, T-Bird. You're always the nicest on Twitter. You spread the love and not the hate.
Have you ever talked to her, like as in like called her?
No,
or...
I think we need to hook it up.
If it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning for her right now, I would totally give her a call. But T-Bird, this is for you. You told me to get Aubrey for you. I have done this, and the mutual love is shared. So Aubrey, can I just say, from Australia, Survivor Oz, you're awesome. Well done on 2 seasons, and we hope to see you back for a third.